Welcome to a deep dive where we unpack sources to get you informed quickly. Today, we're looking at something many of us unfortunately run into when traveling: tourist scams.
Yeah, it's a common hazard.
And we've got this really interesting visual source stack, basically a big list, 40 different scams with pictures and notes on where they're most common.
It's quite detailed, and our mission today, I think, isn't just to read through all 40, right?
No, definitely not.
It's more about looking across them, using this source to pull out the core tactics, the telltale signs they often share. What are the patterns underneath?
Exactly. Think of it as a quick guide to staying street smart, pulling directly from the examples in this source. We're seeing how they often start with something totally innocent seeming.
Like someone offering you a bracelet.
Yeah, or a rose, or asking you to, I don't know, take a photo, but it quickly shifts.
Right. And what immediately jumps out from the source is how many rely on creating a sudden distraction.
Ah, okay. Like what?
Well, you've got classics listed here, like the dropped wallet or the stain scam.
Yeah.
Someone drops stuff near you or maybe accidentally spills something on your jacket.
All right.
And while they're being all apologetic or maybe helping you clean up,
Someone else is grabbing your actual wallet.
precisely, your attention is just completely somewhere else for that crucial second. That's the goal.
So it's less about the spilled coffee and more about that moment you're, like, completely off guard.
Absolutely. The source even details some really quite shocking ones, like the thrown baby.
Wait, thrown baby? Seriously?
Yeah, it sounds horrific, but the source describes scammers throwing something that looks like a baby into your arms while you're completely stunned trying to catch it.
Wow. Others are robbing you. That relies purely on that instant, overwhelming shock.
Total distraction.
Hmm.
It's extreme, but it shows the principle.
Okay, that's, yeah, intense. So, moving beyond just pure distraction, the source also points to scams built on pretending to be helpful, right?
Yeah.
Or appealing to our desire for a deal.
Right. You see things in the source like the overly helpful local, maybe hanging around an ATM, offers to help you with the machine. Maybe it seems confusing.
But they're actually trying to see your PIN number.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Or the source mentions the shoe shiner. They might accidentally drop their brush near you. You pick it up, they offer a quick free shine as thanks.
Ah, but then it's not free.
Then they demand payment, often quite aggressively. It plays on you just trying to be polite or accepting what seems like a kind offer, especially when you're somewhere unfamiliar.
And then there are the ones that tug at your heartstrings or maybe make you feel obligated, like the friendship bracelet or the rose. Scams the source lists.
Yeah, someone comes up, quickly ties a bracelet on your wrist, or hands you a rose seems like a gift.
But then comes the hard sell for money, making you feel awkward or pressured to pay.
Definitely. Or another one the source highlights is the found ring. Plays on honesty, sort of.
How'd that work?
Someone finds a ring on the ground near you, asks if it's yours. You say no. Then they might offer to sell it to you, cheap. Says it looks valuable.
But it's worthless, right? A fake.
Totally fake, but they've used that initial interaction, your honesty, maybe your hope for a lucky find or a bargain to hook you in.
So this source is showing it's not just about knowing the tricks, it's about how they exploit, well, us, our reactions.
Exactly right. If you step back, it's basically a kind of social engineering on the street. They manipulate situation and our predictable human responses.
Like our willingness to help, or how we react to shock, or wanting a good deal.
Or even respecting authority figures. Being a tourist can sometimes make you a bit more vulnerable. Maybe you're more open, less sure of local customs, or just, distracted by everything new.
That makes a lot of sense. And this source really hammers home that these aren't just isolated incidents. The list mentions hotspots like Paris, Rome, Barcelona, London.
New York City, Bangkok, it really is global.
So the tactics work everywhere.
It shows the techniques are pretty universal, yeah. They adapt locally, of course, but they use the same basic psychological hooks. Whether it's something staged, like the broken camera scam the source mentioned.
Where they blame you for breaking their camera.
Yeah, maybe after you take a photo for them, they drop it or claim you damaged it, then demand money for repairs. Or you get fake policemen asking to check your wallet for counterfeit money.
Ah, trying to get access to your cash or cards.
Right. The underlying thing is always creating a situation where you feel confused or pressured or obligated or maybe a little scared.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does this deep dive into the source really tell us about dealing with tourist scams?
Well, the big takeaway, I think, is that while the specific names and methods are useful to know,
Like friendship bracelet or the found ring, knowing those helps you stop the setup.
right, but the real pattern is consistent. They almost always rely on creating some kind of distraction, faking helpfulness or authority, or playing on our basic human tendencies, kindness, wanting value, responding to urgency.
So understanding that underlying game is key, that they often start small, seem innocent, just to get you off guard.
That seems to be the most powerful thing, yes. Applying this knowledge means being, politely cautious, especially with unsolicited offers or approaches from strangers in those busy tourist areas, the source flags.
It's not about distrusting everyone, but recognizing the situations that this source shows are common setups.
Exactly. Being aware of the pattern.
Which leads to a final thought.
Yeah.
Given how many scams listed here appeal to our better nature, our kindness, our desire to connect, or just feel relaxed, does simply knowing about these types of situations fundamentally change how you interact when you travel? Is the real key less about memorizing the 40 names and more about learning to recognize that pattern of manipulation when it starts, however subtle it might seem? Something to think about.